watching Monterey City's Choice. For news, weather, and live local sports, WYLN, we're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. We begin tonight in Hazleton, where aggressive driving led to the arrests of 2 people in the city. Officers pulled over a black Honda Civic after they observed it driving through a red light at Broad and Locust Streets. The driver of the vehicle was identified as 19-year-old Kiara Johnson and the passenger as 20-year-old Shamel Ellis. As Johnson went into the glove box to get registration information, one of the officers observed a large amount of packaged heroin in plain view. A search of the vehicle uncovered around 1,350 packets of heroin, 5 cell phones, and a small amount of marijuana. Ellis was also found to be in possession of $288. Both were taken into custody as the incident is still under investigation. An investigation is underway after a woman's body was found in Schuylkill County. A postal employee found a woman lying on the side of Rapp Road in Butler Township earlier this afternoon. The Schuylkill County coroner pronounced the woman dead around 1 p.m. State police are currently investigating this incident near Girardville. A woman from New York faces charges in Wilkes-Barre after she hit several parked cars following a fight early Sunday morning. According to police, a group of people left Donahue's Pub on South Main Street around 1:30 in the morning. The individuals then took part in a fight in a nearby parking lot. 23-year-old Cynthia Smith of the Bronx got in her vehicle and allegedly drove toward a group of people, striking 3 or 4 parked cars. She attempted to flee the scene but was apprehended by city police. She was arrested, charged with reckless endangerment, and taken to Luzerne County Prison. A Hazleton man was indicted by a federal grand jury on April 2nd for drug trafficking and firearm charges. The indictment alleged that 30-year-old Edward Gonzalez of Hazleton was found to be in possession of over 500 grams of cocaine and a quantity of marijuana back in November of 2018. He was also found to be in possession of a .40 caliber Smith & Wesson handgun. The case is currently being investigated by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration and the Pennsylvania State Police. The Pennsylvania Auditor General's Office has referred the case of Luzerne County Election Director to the State Ethics Commission. Auditor General Eugene DePasquale started the investigation back in December into how counties obtain voting equipment. The investigation was launched after Luzerne County Election Director Marissa Crispell took trips on company expenses while she served on the Customer Advisory Board of Election Systems and Software, who have been providing voting machine equipment to the county for over 10 years. The Auditor General announced findings of the investigation back in February. Election officials in 18 counties throughout the state had received gifts from election equipment vendors. DePasquale's office forwarded all of the 18 cases, including Crispell's, to the State Ethics Commission. A bill was recently introduced to overhaul probation and parole in Pennsylvania. Governor Tom Wolf praised the bipartisan focus on reforming the state's probation and parole systems. Wolf wants to pass the Justice Reinvestment Initiative to address the high cost of incarceration and to strengthen support for county probation programs. Also on the governor's agenda is to reform the pre- and post-trial systems, focus on probation reform, and having a fair chance hiring policy for state agencies that removes the criminal conviction question. The Clean Slate Bill is the first of its kind in the country that will help individuals who have committed low-level offenses and have done their time get back on the right track to a blemish-free record. The Luzerne County Manager is seeking to hire a lobbyist firm to help the county with items, such as obtaining state and federal grants to fund a new 911 emergency radio system. County Manager David Pedri is asking Council to pass a resolution that would allow him to hire Harrisburg-based Maverick Strategies at a cost of $5,000 a month. Their services would include general consulting, client communications, legislative bill monitoring, and news monitoring. According to the council agenda, the firm would play a pivotal role in guiding the county through the potential funding sources due to the company's political acumen. If council votes in favor, the proposed agreement would take place on May 1st. Luzerne County Council is expected to review a request for proposals from prospective vendors for the new electronic voting system at Tuesday night's meeting. The county wants to buy new electronic voting machines that provide a paper trail for added security. County Council doesn't normally issue requests for proposals. However, it's doing so because of the controversy back in December when it was discovered that the election director had served on the Election Systems and Software Advisory Board and took trips paid for by the company. The county has used voting machines supplied by Election Systems and Software for over 10 years. The company is also a prospective vendor. The deadline for vendors to submit proposals is on May 10th. The next County Council meeting takes place tomorrow night at 6 p.m. in the Luzerne County Courthouse. Governor Tom Wolf participated in the Moms Demand Action rally at the Capitol in support of extreme risk protection order legislation aimed at taking guns away from people who may be a danger to themselves or others. A number of mass shootings have taken place in recent years where family members or friends noticed warning signs that shooters were dangerous and at risk of harming themselves or others. States have begun enacting legislation in response to these tragedies that can prevent gun tragedies before they occur. Extreme risk protection order laws empower families, household members, or law enforcement officers to temporarily remove a person's access to firearms before they commit violence. 14 states and the District of Columbia currently have ERPO laws. Coming up on WYLN News, children of veterans were recognized this morning in Weatherly. Details on that program are coming up next. Plus, the large number of overdose deaths from illicit fentanyl has led to the introduction of the first ever fentanyl sanctions bill. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, we'll see some stormy weather with a high of 66 and a low of 38, but it should clear up by Wednesday with a high of 47 and a low of 33. At least it looks like the spring weather's sticking around the rest of the week. We'll be right back.
It's spring, and savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shop our large inventory and drive off with a great deal. Lease a new Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 for $189 a month. And during Ram Truck Month, get select Ram 1500 4x4s for as low as $32,890. Or get 0% for 72 months on the Ram 1500. Savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Children of veterans were recognized this morning in Weatherly during a special program at their middle school. April is the month of the National Military Child, and the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 360 of Weatherly came by the middle school to honor the children of U.S. military veterans. President of Troop 360, Georgianne Hurling, along with her fellow members, recognized each child at the district who has family currently serving or is a veteran of the U.S. military.
It means the world to the auxiliary. These children are our future, and they need to know that while their family members are away protecting our country, we think of them, we care about them, and we understand what they're going through. I'm a grandmother of 2 military children, and when my son returned from his 3rd tour of duty over in the Middle East, and it was time for him to go back to his duty station at Fort Drum, New York, his oldest son said to him, "Daddy, are you coming home tonight?" That's heartbreaking for a parent to hear. So we need to let these children know that we care for them, that we support them, and we're proud of them, and what their family member is doing.
The troupe presented those children with items that represent their journey. The flowering plant represented the military child being transplanted from one place to another and needing to learn to flourish wherever they go. The spade represented the frequent moves they make, having to acclimate themselves into new schools and areas. The birthday hat and cake with unlit candles represented birthdays missed by the loved one who's away. The baseball glove and ballet slippers represented missed events by the loved one. The picture of the military family showed unity in the family for what this country stands for, and the flag for what these gentlemen and ladies are fighting for.
The color purple comes from the combination of all the armed services: Army green, Coast Guard blue, Air Force blue, Navy blue, and Marine red. So it symbolizes all the services and all the children that are affected.
Everyone is asked to display purple ribbons on their doors and windows throughout this month, and to wear the color purple on April 18th, which is the official day of Children of Veterans. The large number of overdose deaths from illicit fentanyl has led to the introduction of the first ever fentanyl sanctions bill. U.S. Senator Pat Toomey and Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer introduced the bill Thursday in light of those overdose deaths. The bill would apply pressure on the Chinese government to honor its commitment to control all types of fentanyl and provide the U.S. with more tools and resources to go after illicit traffickers in China, Mexico, and other countries. With the deadline to file Pennsylvania personal income tax returns a week away, the Department of Revenue is extending service hours for taxpayers to get help by the phone. The department's Taxpayer Service and Information Center will be open 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. on weekdays from Monday, April 8th through Monday, April 15th, which is the filing deadline to submit 2018 personal income tax returns. Taxpayers may also call the Service Taxpayer and Information Center from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Saturday, April 13th. The City of Hazleton Department of Public Transit has released its Easter holiday bus schedule. There will be no bus service on Sunday, April 21st. The Hazleton Public Transit office will be closed on Friday, April 19th and Monday, April 22nd. All bus services will resume on Monday, April 22nd. Coming up on Locust Valley's News Choice in Community and You, we find out about a Tunnels to Towers 5K in Weatherly that's coming up this month. Plus, our Julie Stefanovich has the recap on the Helping Hand Society's 2019 telethon from this past Saturday. Stay with us.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas.
But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with the Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
This week on Talking NEPA, I'm joined by Mary Malone, the president of the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. We talk about the Chamber's job here in our area, how you can be part of it, and how they're always looking to be part of the community and help solve our problems. This week on Talking NEPA, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome to Community and You. I'm Julia Wiegand, and with us today we have Lisa Bartel, who is with Tunnels to Towers.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about, give us a background of the work and all the effort that you guys have put in to honor Stephen Siller.
Okay, well, Stephen Siller was a New York City fireman who, on September 11th, was heading home to play golf with his brothers. He turned his car around after he heard what was going on the radio, and went back to his firehouse. He tried to get with his company. They had already left, so he was attempting to get back into the city. He put his gear in his trunk, parked his car on one side of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, strapped his gear on, and ran with the 60 pounds of gear on his back through the tunnel and made it to ground zero. Unfortunately, he didn't come home that day. His family, in his honor, decided to start a 5K run that took place the following year, right after September 11th was our first in New York City. We had about 3,000 runners. From that run, we've spawned about 70 satellite runs across the country. Weatherly's run, which takes place in April, is the first, well, it's not the first actually, it's the third annual run, but it's the first that ever happened in Pennsylvania, so we're very proud of that. Me and my daughter Jillian started it this will be the third run, so 3 years ago, and we're hoping to have a great turnout this year.
Seems like it doesn't just do these runs. You guys have programs as well that help to benefit families.
Yeah.
And
the main organizations that the run tries to help and support are our military and our first responders. And what they do through various programs, one including the Smart Home program, through that organization, they build smart homes for our soldiers that have been severely injured, meaning multiple limb loss. These homes are fully handicap accessible, give our soldiers and the military men that so deserve it a home where they can live independently. Low counters, wide doorways, and these homes are built through the Stephen Stiller Foundation, and they are given to them mortgage-free. They also build homes through our fallen first responder program. So any fallen first responders that die in the line of duty, they have small children left behind, families. They build these homes, or they will pay off their mortgages. Okay, so it's just an amazing program. They've done this for the list is at least, I believe we're at over 50. I know that we have built more homes than that, and the list is growing, unfortunately. This year alone, we've been called to serve many of our fallen first responders and our military personnel. Recently, Shannon Kent, who was killed over in Syria, her family is being given their mortgage is being paid off, so through the foundation. So they just do amazing work, you know, for our men and women who so deserve it. You know, they serve us every day without thinking about it. So yeah.
And now the community can also help these people as well. They can bring in this money to get these people their homes, help out the families. So let's bring it all home with the 5K coming up in April.
Yeah,
in
our 5K in Weatherly. This is our third run. It takes place in Urena Park on Saturday, April 27th. We start registration there at 8 a.m., but you can register online at t2trun.org. Northeastern Pennsylvania is what you click on, and it's a pretty simple process. You know, the registration fees go toward the foundation, and any money that you raise, because you can start a fundraising page of your own, like so many people do on Facebook and such, to raise funds for the foundation to help, you know, these men and women who deserve it.
And again, this is the first race that is happening in Pennsylvania, correct?
It's our third year in Weatherly, but when we started it 3 years ago, we were the first Pennsylvania run, yes. So we've initiated, there is another one that takes place in September up in Pike County, but right now in Weatherly, that's our run. So we're excited that, you know, we have it in Northeastern Pennsylvania, so.
Awesome.
We're hoping to bring in a lot of runners this year.
Oh, definitely. I'll be sure if I have some free time on my schedule to sign up as well.
That's great. That's great.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today and talking with us, Lisa. And everyone out there, be sure to mark your calendars, Saturday, April 27th, 9:30 a.m., Urena Park. There's going to be a wonderful Tunnel to Towers 5K run walk to honor Stephen Stiller and any other military families that have gone through similar struggles.
Yeah. We hope that we can get as many runners and walkers as possible. You don't have to run. Walking is just fine. Just be there, you know, to remember and to honor those, that have fallen.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you
for joining us on Community and You.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
It's spring, and savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shop our large inventory and drive off with a great deal. Lease a new Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 for $189 a month. And during Ram Truck Month, get select Ram 1500 4x4s for as low as $32,890. Or get 0% for 72 months on the Ram 1500. Savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
This week on The Storm, I'll be speaking with Adam Wilson of the Atlantic Coal Group about whether big government has taken its foot off the neck of the coal industry. What has improved is related to stifling regulations and what still needs to get better. It's all coming up this week on The Storm, only on WYLN TV 35.
It was announced today that former Penn State player and New York Giants running back Saquon Barkley's Northeastern PA event has been canceled. Barkley was scheduled to appear for a question and answer session on April 28th at Mohegan Sun Pocono. According to a news release, the event is being canceled due to unforeseen circumstances. Well, now that winter's over, the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation is inviting the public to take a survey on its winter services. The survey will help measure public expectations and identify educational opportunities. The survey consists of 10 questions about snow removal, traveling in poor weather conditions, and rating PennDOT's winter service. The survey is available at surveymonkey.com from now until May 7th. The annual Helping Hands Society Telethon took place this past Saturday in Hazel Township. And in case you missed it, our Julie Stefanovich has the wrap-up.
After 11 hours of entertainment, interviews, and performances from the children, the Helping Hand Society of Greater Hazleton raised over $100,000 at this year's telethon. The event took place this past Saturday at Genetti Ballrooms in Hazel Township. All of the monies raised goes towards serving typical and special needs children and their families by providing therapeutic and educational services.
Well, this is our biggest fundraiser throughout the year. It's a way to show off the children and our beautiful staff and the board of directors, the CHIPS members. It's also a thank you to the generous public, to all the people that support us throughout the year, because I think they know just how well the children are helped at Helping Hands.
The school caters to all children, from typical to those with developmental delays. The staff works with the kids to pave a path to achievement through different types of therapies.
Do outpatient therapies. We have an after-school program, an evening program for school-age children.
Bands and performers entertain the on-site audience as well as those watching it live on WYLN. The fishbowl and turkey trays also drew in a large crowd, but one of the biggest highlights was the children showing off their song and dance skills. And all of the hard work that went into the telethon paid off.
The children worked so hard, and the staff for months preparing for the event down at Genetti's, and we just want to thank the generous public and everyone who attended, who performed, all the volunteers, the board, the staff, the CHIPS members. A big thank you to everyone, especially our children.
For more information on the school and its services, visit helpinghandsociety.com. In Hazel Township, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Those kids were adorable. That's the news. Remember, you can get our news updates on the WYLN News Facebook page. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, here on WYLN TV.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim, ductless, heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 5